Hey, hi. It is almost 9:30 p.m. right now. I'm trying to watch the latest episode of House of Dragons, but I'm not able to watch it um, because I have no patience. I can't sit and watch a show that I enjoy because my attention span is fucked. My need and hunger for stimulation is fucked. So I think it's because of reels and social media overall and Twitter, all the short form content. My brain is used to getting a hit, like some stimulation every few seconds. And if things slow down, then it's very difficult to keep up. But it's not like I'm not able to pay attention at work or stay attentive in a conversation or anything. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that or it's something else. But I'm not able to truly sit and enjoy the show. I'm not able to sit still and enjoy it. I think a lot of it has to do with my ADHD. Um, I have been diagnosed. I was diagnosed like 10 years ago. I'm 29 now. I was diagnosed somewhere when I was like 19. And I've never really consistently been on medication. I've just like bulldozed through it on my own, and it's been very difficult. ADHD as a topic has become very popular on social media. Um, it's become trendy. It's become something that's like I don't know. Like it used to be a theme of my life, an aspect of my life that I kept very private, or felt shy about it, or even ashamed about it, or whatever. Like something is wrong with me, and I would very rarely find people who could relate with it. Like online, I found some forums where people could relate, and it was very reassuring and comforting. Like I found my people, but then over the last few years, more recently now, it's become sort of like a trending topic, and it's like everyone is categorizing them today in ADHD. Maybe it's because of social media, like everyone's dopamine system is just fucked. It's like so much continuous stimulation. Everything has been optimized to stimulate you that you essentially experience the effects of ADHD overall, and it impacts your life perhaps. And maybe there is a large volume of people. Um, I don't want to get into it, too much, but I mean, I could talk about the experience of living with it and stuff. I can probably make a few videos about that if that is something that would be interesting. I think yeah, like I have a unique experience of ADHD because I'm very high functioning. Like I've been able to somehow consistently keep my life together and not let it go to absolute shit against the forces of my nature that seem to be so tremendously chaotic that it will naturally lead to um, you know putting my life in shit. Like it's just not being able to keep things together, etc. Part of it is probably my intellect as well. So um, I think I used to feel as if ADHD gave me the good and the bad. Like I realized how hyper creative I was. I could think in such abstract manner compared to other people. Um, I felt like a lot of brilliance in me was a product of the ADHD itself. Even though it also was the condition that made me feel paralyzed. Like I've described this before to other people. Uh, to me, it's like, it's the condition in a sense can be over time become a very serious thing, and it can be very aptly described as a form of paralysis. I think uh, like what you want to do, you can absolutely do it. um, you might even want to do it. If you think about it, you want to do it, but you just don't do it. Um, The executive functioning is just so not there. It's like even the smallest of things becomes challenging. Your brain doesn't pick up on habits. Like every single day is like a challenge, a problem to solve. Every single thing becomes friction. There's just constant friction to do things, to remember to do things, to even if you remember them, to do them itself. So it's like a battlefield. Life becomes a battlefield every single day, just fighting through it. And yeah, that's challenging and frustrating. Um, but I've somehow still managed to kind of keep my life together and keep making progress, because I also developed at a very young age extremely high ambition from life. I wanted to be a polymath. I think the interest in being a polymath was very naturally uh, a result of my ADHD mind. Like I was just interested in everything. I felt so much passion towards everything. And I felt like, why should my life be limited to one thing, one area, one domain? Like it just didn't make sense to me. Why couldn't I do everything? And I also had this psychological, whatever, perception of wanting to be more than just a regular average human. I didn't want to be part of the crowd. I wanted to be more. I wanted to be more than just human. I wanted to be superhuman, basically. I was like, I can do it. Maybe most people can't, but I can do it. So for everything, it was like, I can do it. Um, and I think this is like a view pretty much every ADHD person will relate with. Um, and what it leads to was like just creating massive, um, you know, a repertoire of ideas of things you want to do. It's just uh, endless, ongoing list of intentions and ideas and stuff. Like in product management, we have this concept of backlog. Like backlog is all the things you want to do, and then you would prioritize it and then put it into your, product sprint or whatever. So it's like I was thinking about it. It's like with ADHD, it's like you have a backlog of like millions and millions of ideas, intentions you want to do, and the executive functioning of prioritizing them into actual actions to take today, in the moment with a certain deadline. Whatever is like just such a, like the hardware functionality for being able to do that just is so weak. It's like, just doesn't seem to happen properly. And you try to learn systems, you try to learn habits, etc. You can try to inculcate things that can help you, because you can't just do it on your own, you need to externalize it. Um, but even that, adapting to it and being inside a system and consistently following it, even with medication, consistently taking it at the right time, not forgetting it, etc. um, Having any form of consistency is just like an impossible challenge, basically. um, so that is what life is like with ADHD. And I've been dealing with it, but I think what has helped me somehow make progress is, uh, I've had moments of hyperaction. Like I would have a phase where I will be more active in doing things, more so in as a reaction than successfully completing an intention I have arrived at. So I have a endless list of things I initiated and never finished. I have a catalog of like 100 plus books I've started with bookmarks in each of them, but I have not finished any of them. I can tell and talk about every single one of them, but I've not finished any of those books properly. I've never finished a single course properly. I don't finish things. I just don't finish things on my own. In a work environment, I seem to be doing okay because people are expecting me to finish things. They're following up with me. They're creating deadlines for me. They're creating pressure, urgency, etc. And I get things done under that kind of environment. So the motivation is external, and that's the concept I've come across recently as well with ADHD. It's like you don't have any internal motivation. Your motivation is all external, and there's like five or six different themes of motivation, like novelty, urgency, even shame. Is like a motivation. Like you feel so shameful that then you act, or spite, or whatever. So that's how it is. And I used to think that as I get closer to my 30 age, which I will be in a few months, this entire condition will um, become much easier to manage, because ADHD brains are supposed to mature more by the time you're 30, 35, and become a bit more like fully grown, fully mature by then. It's like delayed in some sense or whatever. But it seems like I'm still not there. And Yeah, but yeah, things are like, I mean, it's what is a disorder, right? Like, I mean, you might have something, you don't have to label it also, but is it really causing you a problem? That's the question, right? And if I look at myself and my life, if I try to describe what is wrong, maybe there's good sections and aspects of it which I can point to, like this condition is like causing all of this chaos and frustration for me. But it's not just that, right? It's a lot more than that. It's psychology. It's like how I think about stuff, about myself, about people, about the world, all of that. The reason why I decided to make this video is because I spend way too much time inside my head, and it's very noisy, very, very noisy and chaotic. It's like being inside like a elevator that's like just constantly moving, up and down, left and right, in all directions, just spinning around, constantly just moving. So inside my mind, my experience is like that. Like it's like this box I'm inside, or thing I'm inside, is like the entire thing is just constantly moving at a very fast pace. Um, and I might look at something, think about something, have attention towards something for a brief period of time, and then flip suddenly, and I don't even realize it. And then I'm looking at it, thinking about it, working on it, whatever, and then flip, and then flip, and then flip. It just keeps moving and flipping. And as a result of that, same thing, like I just don't finish things. What I want from myself is I have a pretty, my opinion of me is that I have a pretty brilliant mind. I know that sounds a bit, whatever, egotistical, but I think it's a pretty creative and brilliant mind. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. There's a lot of great ideas, stories, thoughts, opinions, views, everything. But I just don't externalize it at all. I don't publish anything. I don't write anything, create anything. I like writing. I am very good at writing spontaneously. I mean, my writing abilities can be improved a lot, because I never really edit. I just write something spontaneously as a stream of consciousness and just post it. I never actually spend time properly editing something, which is what you should professionally do. You should create a dump of thoughts and then edit it into something of decency, quality, etc. I don't do that. I'm not trained for it. I've not been able to get myself to train for it. So but writing also is an effort, right? Like even if I'm just spitting out my thoughts, videos are even more instant. I can just hit record and record myself speaking and just post it out there. The only thing that was blocking me all this time was, what will people think, and it's something I was very sensitive to for a very long period of time. But I'm getting to a point where it's like, if I spend more time worrying about what will people think, I will have nothing to look back to that I produced and put out there, and it will paralyze me. And like it's like that story of a tree that falls in the forest, right? If no one is around to hear it or see it fall, did it really fall? So there's like so much brilliant stuff going on inside my head, So many interesting thoughts, opinions, views, ideas, um, so many things, and all of it is just disappearing into nothingness. It's like if I don't put it out there, it doesn't exist, and I will forget about it because of the volume and speed at which I think. I forget stuff as well. There's probably in the last 10 years, I must have lived like 10 lifetimes of thinking and coming up with stuff, ideas for products, for stories, for movies, for so many things, basically. Ideas of philosophy, psychology, uh, making sense of the world around me, everything, politics, all of it. And all of it has faded away as well. So I rediscover some of it. I come up with new thoughts and ideas even now today, and I'm getting to a place where I'm like, I need to act, I need to post stuff, I need to just hit record and put things out there in the world. um, a lot of people have interacted me with me in person. They've told me I should do a podcast or I should put something out there, but I just never do. I've never been comfortable doing it because I was very conscious of how will people perceive it. How what will they think of me? What will they think of how I look, how I speak? What if I sound stupid? What if they critique me? So many different kind of like anticipating, preempting reactions inside my head, simulating it. I can experience it inside my head. It's very vivid, and that blocks me, paralyzes me from acting on things. I think that also is applicable in some way to my journey as an entrepreneur. I've not built things I wanted to build that I was capable of building simply because psychologically, emotionally, I am very sensitive to how will it be perceived, and it makes me worry about what am I missing, what am I not figuring out, what am I being stupid about, etc., and how I will just fail, how it will be embarrassing, how it will come down to this conclusion that he's an idiot, he's, you know, not intelligent, not smart, not whatever. And that blocks me from acting physically, acting on things. So I'm trying to transform into a person who acts, who does a lot more than he thinks. And one way of that is just posting stuff. I wanted to write a lot more on Twitter. I could have. I think I would have been successful in another version of reality, but I did not. I have not been consistent with it. All these years, I've thought of publishing videos. I have not, but I think at this point in my life, I'm kind of getting over the shame or shyness of recording myself and putting things out there. Because I think I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what the reaction is, if people like it or don't like it, if they even watch it. I don't want to look at myself in my future, look back and be like, I did not put anything out there. I did not speak. I did not, like, all of my thoughts, ideas, whoever I was, my existence just faded away into nothingness, absolutely nothingness. On the other side of it, maybe I have hundreds of videos I've posted and no one has watched them. But I would still have a repository of stuff I've put out there that exists, that lives outside of me. Unless, of course, for whatever reason, the Facebook, Meta, whatever, they decide to delete my account and videos or whatever. Like, at least it gets to live outside of me. It's like giving birth in a way, and this is an idea I really like as well. I think people should give birth to stuff. Of course, a kid, a child, that gives a lot of meaning, but in general, right? It's like giving birth to things that exist outside of you, that gives some meaning to life. And that's I think not having that is what creates a lot of like dullness, a lot of frustration with life, because you can't hold on to something outside of you. And the goal is obviously to give birth to something greater than you. Like, your emotional state is so occupied, preoccupied with yourself. Give birth to something that holds greater significance to you than yourself, essentially, right? That's the idea of it. It could be a book, an article, a song, a music, anything, like just recording something, putting out there, something you do with passion, with seriousness, with intention. give birth to things that can exist and breathe and survive outside of you. That's the, you know, I think I can conclude on that idea. So this is me. This is in a sense me giving birth to something that can exist outside of me, and hope you find it interesting. Let me know if you think I should keep doing this.